So are we ready?
Are we ready? Yes, we are.
Okay, deep breath. Marianne here. Shortly before Sophie and I started recording, I had found out that my little dog BB had cancer for sure and said her days were numbered. So part of our conversation is reflecting said fairly new news to me. Yeah, so I have been kind of in like a very weird space, physically still feeling not really well, and then dealing with the idea of death, and I understand that she had a good life and she's probably 12 years old and dogs die and stuff, right? But it also gives me the responsibility to decide when the time comes, which is like a big decision. And it kind of, and this is like related, but not, but my sister-in-law died maybe a couple of months ago, but I hadn't seen her because she's in Germany. But it just, I think we already talked about it. It made me really think about death because, my oldest brother is 75 now. So it's this thing which is coming up, which I had kind of dealt with when I had cancer myself, and I was in a space of, okay, I'm okay to go. But then as you get older, especially in this country, you think about, well, what if one of us gets sick? There's so much cost involved. Like we have to think about, can we afford, like all of that stuff came up. So I was just like, ugh.
There is one thing I would like to go back. I really understand that you are going to be probably the person who are going to decide when it's time for your dog to release her from the pain. I don't know if I told you, but I started to take a training to become a Reiki master. So Reiki master, that it's really channeling a very energy to heal people. But my point is that you can really communicate the best you can with your dog. I really believe that we receive information from every life form, right? If every day you look at your dog and you just be with her, she will tell you, the pain is too much, it's time. And what I think is that you are to be with her and guide her when the time is a good time, you will know instead of is it a good decision or not a good decision. You are not alone, you are with your dog in this decision.
Yeah. I mean, I figured as long as she eats.
Absolutely.
And acts happy when she's eating. And, that's, and right now I'm trying to, so the doctor in Mexico basically said he could refer us to a surgeon, but he had already told my friends that basically they might have to take off half of her face. And also like, and maybe that that's also a sign. When I was driving up, I was listening to some podcast and I really enjoy The Moss. It's a storytelling podcast and it's like true stories. And this guy talked about his dog and how much the dog meant in his life, and he got sick and they did all those treatments with him. And the whole time I was just thinking, that's just torture for the dog, because those treatments, I know what chemo feels like. It feels terrible. You're sick, like you're not happy. And it's almost like, to me, in my opinion, a selfish act to put your animals through all of that, because usually the outcome is not good, like very seldom.
Yeah, I was thinking, what is the outcome? Because if you just prolong the life of the dog for 6 months, is
Yeah,
it worth
I mean,
it? Is it worth it to make it live in suffering for 6 more
Exactly.
months,
Exactly. And
right?
I mean, I pretty much always had said, opinion, like even for myself, it's like I don't want to just prolong to be like a non-functional human being type of a thing, There's definitely is a quality of life issue. But
Mm,
so anyway, so he also offered pain meds. So I'm trying to find somebody who will pick him up for me, and then but then I'm going to email the place I had taken her to, New Mexico, to make sure that they can give me meds too. I figure I feed her all her favorite foods. And as long as, and then if I feel she's in pain, I give her meds. If the meds help, great. If not, then, that's the time, definitely.
mm. Did the vet give you kind of timeline like your dog will be fine for so many months, years, or
I don't think they can do that.
okay.
But my friend who is a Spanish speaker and who talked to him, I only talked like for a short time to her. But when she
Mm,
first came back, she was saying that, he basically was saying it's what he thinks, what he's seeing is quite an aggressive cancer. And I think they must have taken the big rose, which was I have a picture, it looked really big and yucky. So I think they
mm-hmm,
took it out because she was like bleeding a lot the first few days, but it probably will come back fairly fast. And right now she's
mm,
just sleeping, mostly sleeping, which is also, expected. So we just see. I mean,
yeah,
you
yeah,
never know.
mm,
It could be a
mm,
month, it could be 2 months, who knows.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend, she had a dog, and the dog had a tumor. It was on the belly, and
Mm-hmm.
you can see the tumor,
Going.
bulge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they decided also not to do anything, just let the dog. And she was looking at the dog until she was fine. I mean, I don't know if she was suffering and if she had medication, but she was friendly. She was nice with other people, and she passed away in a natural way. One day my friend went downstairs and the dog
Was gone. Yeah.
was gone. Yeah.
Yeah, but in her case,
So
because it's in the mouse, I think at one point it interferes with her eating, and then she would be like miserable. So I figure as long as she's happily eating and I give her soft food,
yeah,
then, we
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your precious time with us. We love to have a conversation with you, and there are several places you can reach us. One is Instagram, Explore SoMa Podcast. That's mostly Marianne speaking to you there. On Facebook, there's a page, also Explore SoMa Podcast, and Sophie is the one talking to you there. And then we have a Patreon account, Explore SoMa Podcast, and both of us are hopping in and out, and we are really trying to build communities there. If you want to join us, we would love it. And of course, you can support us there, but you can also be there and be part of the conversation. If there is no money in your pocket to spare, we totally get that. Believe us, we have been there. Thank you so much. Take care until we meet again.